That's horse beef. What is going on, everybody? It's been a little while since I uploaded my last video. Just life getting in the way and a little bit of burnout coming in as well. But I'm back. I'm back once again. You guys can look forward to hopefully some more consistent uploads. But there also really hasn't been a lot to talk about. But good thing Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev gave us one of the most comedic trash talk exchanges, quite frankly, I've ever seen, straight out of an episode of The Office. Yeah, Alex Pereira finally got the opportunity to confront Magomed Ankalaev for Ali Abdelaziz's tweets, which is great, but of course I didn't stop Magomed Ankalaev, Ali Abdelaziz from scrambling to try and defend himself in these tweets right here. Just for all the fans out there, for the last 2 months, I make my own tweets. ChatGPT and Google Translator is the best with the blushing face. Okay. Magomed Ankalaev, would he use the blushing face emoji? I would hope not. He then goes on to say, had my last hard training today and I'm good to go. Met my opponent today. I confronted him for lying about seeing me in the PI the other day, to which he said, quote, "Oh no, it was the one girl who told me she saw you but I didn't see you myself," unquote. I will turn off his electricity next week. Now, I like to imagine he's being literal there, and Alex Poatan Pereira is going to look outside of his window late at night and just see Magomed Ankalaev fucking with his fuse box or some shit like that and literally trying to turn off his electricity. That would be awesome. But let's get into the confrontation itself. And as goofy as it was, it's very much necessary because there's no hype surrounding this upcoming numbered event. There are some great fights on it, right? You have Yuri Prochazka versus Khalil Roundtree, a Merab title fight against Corey Sandhagen, right? A new contender, which is awesome. It's an intriguing matchup, even though I think Merab will do the same to Corey that he's done to pretty much everyone else. I believe he'll do the same thing. But it's crazy to me that an Alex Pereira fight is lacking hype to this extent. I guess him losing to Ankalaev is really all that it took, man. Alex Pereira, he's lost all of the quote-unquote aura that he had previously. And it's a shame, but I think this will give Alex Pereira the chance to shock the world, right? And even though I'm not super set on my prediction quite yet, there is a part of me that's thinking that Alex Pereira will go out there and potentially do what we thought he would do the first time, right? Because he doesn't have the belt, he doesn't have that pressure on him. It really doesn't seem to have a lot of eyes on him either going into this fight. It seems like he's been able to really focus up and train. At least I hope so, right? At least I hope so. I do. But he's behaving too much like an influencer, and I feel like since that loss to Ankalaev, the way he's been talking, even the talk leading up to this, man, hey, Ank beat you last time, dude. He beat you up on the feet. Yeah, he didn't do a whole lot, and he was kind of complacent himself and didn't really want to take risks, but he beat you, and I think clearly as well. Even though it was close, it was a clear win for Ank. And it seems like Alex Pereira is a bit bitter from that first fight, right? The result of the first fight, and he has himself to blame, man. But Alex Pereira is usually a very stoic individual. He doesn't usually speak, lets his fist do the talking for him. So seeing a more outspoken Alex Pereira worries me a little bit for him going into this one. Because it doesn't seem like he's getting under Ankalaev's skin. It seems more like Ankalaev has gotten under Alex's skin, or at least Ali Abdelaziz has. And that worries me, but then we could see angry Alex Pereira, right? Alex Pereira with a chip on his shoulder who goes out there and is singularly focused on taking Ankalaev's head off. And if we get that version of Alex, I can absolutely see him winning this one. So I'm not counting out Alex whatsoever. As I said, I'm not set on my prediction quite yet. But I just don't like seeing this from Alex Pereira. It's uncharacteristic, right? But at the same time, maybe it's just Alex Pereira embracing the idea of promoting the fight, right? And also, it was Magomed Ankalaev or Ali Abdelaziz, whatever. It doesn't even fucking matter, man. At this point, if you were letting another grown man, as a grown man, tweet on your behalf, it's you. It's not Ali Abdelaziz. So I'm not even going to fuck that. I was talking about Ali Abdelaziz earlier. Nah, it's Ankalaev, right? Regardless, you would assume that he approves what's posted on his behalf. So he knows all of this shit about the tire shop, this and that. So obviously it's that trash talk in particular that has galvanized Alex Pereira. You can tell, right? Because he did get pretty personal. I know Izzy talked some shit and Alex didn't really seem to mind it much, but I think it just has to do with the fact that Ankalaev has brought up the whole tire shop thing, bringing him back to the lowest point in his life, which, yeah, I mean, it is honestly a fucking low blow, quite frankly. But it is fight promo, and it wouldn't be the worst thing we've heard one fighter say to another. But at the same time, Magomed may not even be aware of the weight behind that tire shop line. He may not even understand what that really represents, the time period that it represents for Alex Pereira, really. And the language barrier in the clip that I'm about to show you, like, really speaks to how fucking lost in translation this whole thing really could be. And it's hilarious, so let's finally get into that shit.
Ele falou, o que a menina falou não importa, ele me queria ver e eu tô aqui. E aí?
Mas quem tem a ver agora? Ele pode falar o que ele quiser agora, que tipo, a gente não pode brigar agora, entendeu?
Добро пожаловать в любое время. Как хотят, так ни разницы нет.
Ele falou, não faz diferença pra mim em qualquer momento.
No problem.
Now, I'll be real. I do respect Ankalaev standing on business in this moment. I do, right? I do. I'm not a fan of Ankalaev. In fact, I'm rooting for Alex Pereira going into this fight. That shouldn't be any surprise. It's not any reason in particular why I dislike Ankalaev. I don't dislike him whatsoever. But I respect the way that he approached the situation, right? And he said he's ready anytime. Alex Pereira is the one who said we can't fight right now, but Ankalaev is like, no problem. If you want to go right now, we can do it. And I respect that, dude. Even though it's just empty words, as we know, because they're not going to fucking scrap right now. They're not going to forfeit their paychecks, of course. But I do respect it coming from Ankalaev there. I do. And he seems to be outnumbered there as well. So all in all, good look for Ankalaev, I would say. We then have this fantastic moment right here. Alex Pereira gets up, and it looks like he's either reading a tweet or maybe he's just speaking into Google Translate. I have no clue, but he's talking about slapping him and shit. Slapping you in your face. Okay. Okay, you got Glover Teixeira grinning away. Plinio looking chill as always. He's so fucking chill, Plinio Cruz, bro. I would love to have a beer with Plinio Cruz and Glover Teixeira and Alex Pereira for that matter. It's just so funny because I feel like the Google Translate shit, it takes all of the animosity out of it, like all together. Because when you're reading something, you have time to really absorb all the information coming at you. So I feel like that was the great diffuser here, and it's just the fact that these two couldn't talk shit to each other directly, so they had to use Google Translate, and that just in and of itself diffused the entire situation. So the tension isn't really there, but the comedic aspect is definitely there. This is like straight out of The Office. It's wild. And this is the shit that makes MMA the greatest sport in the world. These types of moments, man. For some reason, there's something about fighters. They just produce such unintentionally comedic moments. Like, remember this one with Davison Figueiredo, and I think it was Sean O'Malley and Cejudo? Comedic gold.
I didn't see that.
You want to match him? He's right here. I'd love a tune-up. What do you say, Precious?
You serious?
What do you say?
Are you you're good to go now, huh?
I'm good to go. Because I think you absolutely suck.
You got Uriah Faber in the background giggling, and then a little pan over to Davison Figueiredo. Dude, it's just the most perfect moment that only MMA fighters can produce.
He said that he's never spoken anything about you. It's always come from your side of the camp. And now that we're here face to face, you look like the asshole.
And that is true. Most of the talk does come from Ankalaev. In all honesty, like, it's not wrong what Alex Pereira said there. It is true.
Что я говорил, что я спрятался в комнате, это я сказал или он?
O que faz para você falar para ele que ele tá se escondendo de você?
Ele tá ali, pô, tá com o time dele.
I mean, yeah, to assume that someone's hiding from you, or to say that someone's hiding from you when like, you were in the cage with them and they beat you, it's a strange look.
He was coming in for training, and that it would be best for you to go wait in the room, and that you agreed to wait.
Little head nod with the finger point is the indication that it's now Ankalaev's time to go.
Ele falou que basicamente eles seguraram ele aí e falaram você não pode sair agora. Mas tá bom. Mas o que ele tá falando?
No Shama. Let's go. October 4.
Agora mostrou que tem uma confusão ainda, entendeu?
Okay, so Magomed over there is spitting some venom, but as he's walking away, which I'm not a huge fan of, right? He finally spits the no Shama bar, but then again, Shama essentially means let's go. It's not the direct translation, but it essentially does mean let's go. So Ankalaev pretty much said no, let's go, which is bars from Ankalaev. Big moment right there of trash talk. You can tell you really got in Alex Pereira's head with that one. Then you got Plinio Cruz dying. Look at him. He's so chill, dude, this Plinio motherfucker. I love him. But yeah, man, as far as body language breakdown, I don't really have much for you guys here. I don't think that either guy looked particularly worse off in this one, but the comedic value is just there. and I very much appreciate it. Just seeing two big scary dudes talk shit to each other through Google Translate is something I never knew I needed. So thank you, Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev, for giving me that. But as far as the fight itself, I'll talk a little bit about it right now, and it's just such an unknown, right? Because Alex Pereira, he essentially froze up in front of Ankalaev, but it had everything to do with Ankalaev's hand fighting and his feinting work, and just the fact that he's a really, really fucking skilled boxer. He actually has really good hands, but those tendencies that people like myself were pointing to for Alex Pereira to exploit were still very much present in that fight. Ankalaev was still dropping that right hand all the way down to his ankles each and every time he threw the left. Alex Pereira was just unable to capitalize, and I think it had a lot to do with the perceived takedown threat. Now that Alex Pereira was able to stuff all of Ankalaev's takedown attempts, maybe he comes into this one a little more sure of himself and his ability to fight off the takedowns and keep the fight on the feet. But it is still a tough one to see Alex Pereira win. Magomed, he's better at fighting off the back foot, so if Alex Pereira is pressuring Magomed back, he can easily land one of those laser fucking sharp left hands, man. He is a good counterpuncher, he is. And Alex Pereira just isn't as good going backwards as we saw against Ank the first time around. But I think for Alex Pereira to win this one, he has to take some risks. He has to pressure forward. And he kind of just has to put himself in danger in front of Ankalaev. Yeah, he may eat a left hand for his troubles. He may. But he has to open up this time. He needs to. Because when Ankalaev lets his hands go, he's very much open for counter shots. So Alex Pereira this time around cannot play it safe like he did last time and just spam leg kicks, hoping and praying that eventually he'll cripple Ankalaev with those. No. He has to do more work with his hands. I think he landed less than like 10 strikes to the head last time around. Listen, in a 25-minute fight, that is unacceptable. We cannot see any more of that this time around. And I fully expect Alex Pereira to come in this one with a completely different approach. Completely different, man. And that's why this is so impossible to predict. And I know the dorks out there, right, the one Magomed Ankalaev fan in existence, like super fan, will say, "Brother, but Magomed Ankalaev undefeated in rematch." As if that fucking means shit. Who did he rematch again? Johnny Walker. What, he got disqualified the first time, or the first fight ended up in a no contest? He was still dominating that fight. Yeah, he beats Johnny Walker 10 times out of 10. Unless, of course, Johnny Walker lands some random flying knee. In that case, yeah, maybe 9 times out of 10. But who else? Ian Kutalaba, who he had on wobbly legs. Yeah, the fight was cut very short. Of course, it's one of the worst options of all time. But Ankalaev looked like the better fighter, and I think he beats Kutalaba 10 times out of 10. And what, he knocks him out the second time around? Oh, brother, he's so good at rematch. Brother, he was going to beat those guys anyway. It didn't matter. But yeah, man, as things stand, I'm leaning towards Magomed Ankalaev, but I'm sure between now and the time that I record my official prediction video, I'm sure that my subconscious will find a way to convince me that Alex Pereira is going to win this one. I have very little doubt about that, but let's just see how it goes. But Alex Pereira with a chip on his shoulder is a different Alex Pereira altogether. It's the most dangerous version of Alex Pereira, and I feel like he may be coming into this one with a chip on his shoulder. There's my subconscious right there convincing me. You know what I mean, man? It was always going to be this way, right? But let's see. I'm not going to spoil the prediction. Let's just see, man. I appreciate you guys watching as always. I appreciate you sticking by me, even with these little breaks I've been having in between videos here and there, dude. It's just life, guys. And I do appreciate the support you guys leave me in my posts and all that. You guys are fucking awesome, and I'm very much appreciative. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.